Hey, what sweet? Hey, Joseph, how you doing?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Oh,
I'm fine. What's your ethnicity, Joseph?
Slavic.
Hi, you have a question for Black Slavic? Is that an ethnicity?
Yeah, technically.
Slovenian.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
over there in
Slovenian.
Russia, Ukraine, all those
Oh,
people, Soviet
oh,
Union,
oh,
all that. Yeah.
oh. Okay, all right, Joseph. Welcome. You want to ask Black Americans a question?
Yeah.
Please.
Why is everything that I see on TikTok just about a white on black thing, and I'm not seeing anything today from the California basketball game where two kids went for a ball, and next thing you know, a third teammate from another team stomped on this white kid's head. That's the pretty much the only question I want to ask. Like, why isn't
I
that
can
like
answer
relevant?
that
Why is that relevant? I mean, they were 13-year-old
because it's
kids.
petty and it's
Wait a minute. Hold
silly.
on,
It
Wolfie.
comes.
Let him land his plane. Go ahead, Joseph.
I land my plane on it. I just want to know why it's not being
Keep
broadcasted as
talking if
much.
you land your plane, because she gonna have her time to respond. You sure you done?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, you got that, Wolfie? What he said?
Let me get this straight. He asks why Black Americans he haven't seen on TikTok address what happened to two white 13-year-olds in two white 13-year-olds in California because we don't give a damn.
No, no, not
Why
a
should
white
we
person.
care when it majority of the United States is white American and the things and the tragedies they have done to our community? I don't care if your little kid gets thumped in the head. Tell him to get up and go to the doctor.
I got that aspect. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a white tee on a white tee. A white tee and another player from another team went after the ball. The other child was BLK, and they both went to the ground tussling for the ball, which is normal in basketball. You know, then you get the thumbs up from the ref, right? Then it's jump ball, right? But while they were on the ground, a player from the other team went over and stomped on the white tee kid's head. I mean, it was broken up fast. It was broken up
Ain't
very
y'all
fast.
supposed to address that though? That's your. You ain't supposed to address
It
that.
was a white
Why
tee on
you?
white tee. It wasn't white tee
Hold
on white
on,
tee.
sweet Wolfie. Let her in, and then you can get your answer, and then we gonna go in line, okay? Because we ain't gonna talk over
It's
each other.
not important. It's a basketball game. Have coaches, have referees. The referee spoke up and said something, probably injected the kid. It's a game.
Okay. Go ahead. I your answer for him 1K.
I feel like they should be addressing that. It's they people. Like that ain't. We address our issues in our community. Nolan and the Carmelo Anthony case or whatever. That's the most recent. But ain't they supposed to be addressing that? If you have an issue with it, that's your community. You should be addressing it. If you feel some type of way about it, if you feeling froggy, jump about it. If that's what you want to do, that's how I feel. I don't think we should be. They ain't got shit to do with us. Hell, I don't. That's just how I feel.
Okay,
And
Joseph, you got something else to say? That's your
nah,
answer.
you good, baby. You
Uh,
good.
all right, Joseph, you want to respond?
I'm sorry you feel about that, that way. But again, it was a high school game. It was sanctioned. It was at a school event, or they were town teams, whatever you want to call it, like interleague type stuff. But it was 13-year-old children. Parents were there. Yes, it was broken up right after the stomp had happened. You know, people rushed the whole court. There was no extra fights, none of that stuff. It was just like, why isn't that being spoken about? Because
Because
I
you
get it.
know what
It's because
Joseph.
it's a YT kid getting his head stomped
Hold
in. I mean,
on,
it's.
because Joseph,
And
let
I
me
only
tell
seen this
you.
stuff. I only seen it on TikTok.
Okay, hold on, Joseph. Don't overtalk me now. We're being respectful here. And I'm gonna tell you one reason why we're not talking about it, because we're focused on our reparations fight with our United States government, the debt that they owe Black Americans. Now, Joseph, do you support reparations for foundational Black Americans?
I do. I do. I
Awesome.
200% do.
And do you know,
I
huh?
I'm Slavic, so I mean, trust me. I've learned about my history when I got into my 20s, and I didn't understand that Slavics were first slaves. We're slaves. We
Bro,
were
Not in the United
slaves.
States of America.
Yeah, we talking about in the United States of America, Joseph.
It doesn't matter what continent. It's about time frame, right? So when
No, it's
250
about
years
the
ago,
country, the continent, the place that you was enslaved in. You
and
cannot be a
I'm over
Slavic
here.
slave and feel like you have the benefits of the same slave that happened in the United States of America. We don't even have the same enslavers. Who was your people enslaver? Was it white
They were
Americans who you
210%.
defending right now? Was it white Americans who you defending right
It
now
was all Europe.
in the United States of America?
I live in Connecticut. I don't know. I'm
Was it
homeless.
did white Americans enslave your people? You're defending them today. Did white Americans
I mean,
enslave your
as
people?
far as skin color, when you look at me, you'd be like, yeah, he's YT. Not asking me who I
Did
am
no,
or,
no,
you
no.
know,
It's just a yes or
I,
no question, Mr. Joseph. Did white Americans enslave your people?
yes,
Oh, okay. Shout out to that.
they all,
Um,
listen, they all, no, they all
Joseph,
came from the
listen.
boat, right? They all came from another land, right?
No,
We all
listen,
came
Joseph.
from,
No. Listen.
not
When the United
enslaved by America.
Okay, shout out to that. When the United States government was established, they were only enslaving Negroes over here in America. Period.
And Asians, and
No,
Asians,
no,
and
not Asians. Y'all, that's that YT plebiscite that y'all have. That's that prison talk. That's not real history. You have no documentation proving that to back that up. But you know what you can prove? You're talking to
also
descendants of, hold on,
tribes.
you're talking to descendants of freedmen right now. That's a fact. You're talking to the people, the only people who were enslaved on this soil. Y'all are coming up and throwing anything at a wall trying to say this person was enslaved, Irish was enslaved, Italians were enslaved. None of y'all were treated like this. Nobody on the planet has been through what foundational Black Americans have been through in the United States. No one else in the world has been through this in the whole Earth's history, period. The only people that come close are the Hebrews who were enslaved by Pharaoh and them in the Bible when Moses got them free. That's the only people that come close. Correct? Joseph? Mr.
Sorry,
Joseph.
I'm sorry, I was talking. I forgot my mic was shut off. I'm sorry. I apologize. I got to turn my mic back on. I got to
No,
be.
you good. But that's correct, right? You heard everything I said?
I heard everything you said. No, I totally agree. I
But
agree.
it's not a competition neither, but I'm just saying we have to speak truth to power. That's all we're saying. We want what's ours, and we want you to get what's yours.
210%. And I'm owed nothing.
I mean, you guys have a whole country over there in the Slavic world.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
You guys have, don't you guys have Ukraine? You have Russia. You have is the Soviet Union still going?
My grandmother is from there. I'm not from there. I was born here in America.
But that's still your ancestry, sir.
And so is in Africa for a lot of people, right?
No.
No. Africa is a new identity that they just started calling themselves in the 20th century. What was they calling themselves when they was enslaving melanated people in the United States in the 1700s? What
Do
did
you
they
Can
call
I
know?
that
ask
continent?
him? Can I
Wait,
ask him one question?
hold on, 1K, real quick. Joseph, do you know the answer to Wiffy question? Let's see how much you know about American history and Black history.
What was your question?
You want to ask him again, Wiffy?
Africa is a new identity that the Africans just start calling themselves in the continent in the 20th century. What was they calling themselves in that continent in the 1700s when melanated people was enslaved in the United States of America?
They were nations. They weren't a continent. They were tribes and nations. There's kings and queens and stuff like that. They're not
They had a name.
an African
They was a
nation.
part of the slave trade. They even
It all
your
depends on
people
it
even
all depends
enslaved people
what tribe
over
you
there
were from, what kingdom you
since
were
the
from.
7th century. Your people was enslaving people over there. You should know this history because this is 100% your history. So what did your people call that
I'm
place? Because
42
they
years
did not
old.
call it Africa.
Listen, I'm 42 years old. I'm
And
42
I'm
years old. I love
44.
everybody.
And I am 44. And what did your people call that continent? Because it was not called Africa.
Africa? What did I call Africa? I
Your
called Africa Africa.
ancestors. Your
Showed
ancestors,
me
sir.
on the map in school.
What did your ancestors call Africa hundreds of years ago?
I wasn't alive. I honestly couldn't fucking tell you that, brother. I'm not
So
gonna
if you
gaslight.
cannot tell us the name of that place during that time, how do you know we come from that place? You don't even
That's
know the location name.
oh, that's where they were picked up on the boat, right? Off the boat to where the trade was
No,
going down.
transatlantic slavery came from all different countries.
Red
It was a
Sea,
transatlantic slave
the Strait of
trade. It
Hormuz.
wasn't no African to the British and the USA slave trade. It was a transatlantic. So slaves could have came from South America, the Caribbean islands,
Of course.
Cuba, Puerto
Right, right,
Rico,
right.
Virginia. It could slaves Louisiana and from the continent what that they consider Africa today.
And they could have been enslaved here on United States soil.
I put Virginia in there.
Oh, okay.
Virginia in there.
Joseph, hold on. Let me ask you a question while we have a white person. Do you consider yourself an immigrant?
Do I consider myself an immigrant?
Mm-hmm.
Being that my grandmother was from Slovenia, my grandfather was from French Canada, up in New Brunswick, where my family on my grandfather's side like really flourished, and all the way they didn't come on a boat. They lived up in Canada. They came over from like Iceland shit. You know what I'm saying? They traveled. All right. They didn't take boats over here, over there to Ellis Island.
Hold on, Maroon. I want to hear this. You all heard him. They traveled. We hear that a lot about the travel.
We do.
Go ahead, Joseph.
Yeah, if you look at my last name, literally it'll show you the traveling from France to
If y'all
Canada.
didn't take boats, how did y'all get around
I mean, obviously they took a
with the
fucking boat to
train?
get over from France to Canada, but
Huh?
not in a Mayflower sense. You know what I'm saying? Not when America was established. Canada was always established before America was.
Oh, who
People.
came up with the long distance
No, it
airplane?
wasn't.
Who invented the long distance
They
airplane,
hate
Mr.
facts
Joseph?
from the white boy. They hate the facts from the white boy.
Hold on, be
No,
real.
no,
We're
this
gonna
is a
get you in a second.
conversation, racist.
Y'all, we shouldn't even be talking to him because his folks
But
just got
Joseph,
here.
And they
Joseph,
say they
who
were here
invented the
first.
long
Zero.
distance airplane? Was
Hold
it
on, be real.
Wait,
Canada?
be real. Hold on. Be real. Are you going? Yeah.
Oh, there
Okay,
you go.
helicopter. All right, go
Thank you.
ahead. Y'all
Thank you, whoever
continue.
did that. Thank you. I don't tolerate that shit either. That's fucking wildness.
That's
Sir,
your.
do you I just have one
I
question for
digress.
Joseph. Joseph, you realize travel means to go and come back, right?
No, sometimes they go to just go, man. I
But
don't
you
know
know that
why.
means they're coming back home eventually, right?
300 years ago. I don't know
But you know,
why 300 years ago they went there.
okay,
I don't know.
They
that's fine.
migrated, Joseph. They migrated.
Right.
That's the term.
Right, migrate. There you go. Migration. There you go. Like animals and shit. I guess. I don't fucking know, man. Like I can't. Honestly, listen. I smoked way too much fucking weed to sit there and really have this like deep ass
Joseph,
shit
did you
without
grow
like
up
finding
in
so
Connecticut?
funny in this shit, man. But
Joseph,
real, man. Real.
Oh,
I don't
we
understand.
deep over here, so be sober
did you
next
grow up in
time.
Connecticut, Joseph?
No, I'm sober. I'm sober. I'm
You
so.
can't be
I'm a mental.
inebriated,
I'm a
bro.
mental patient. I'm a
Joseph,
mental
what part of
patient.
Connecticut did you grow up in?
Bristol, Connecticut.
Bristol. Okay, I got you. No, I'm from Connecticut too, yo. Yeah.
Is Briscoe majority of white tea?
Yes, it is.
No, it
Oh,
ain't.
okay.
You out your rabid ass mind. You
Yes,
out your
it is.
rabid ass mind, man.
Yes,
Don't
it
fuck.
is, bro.
Don't play
Don't play
Bristol
that
like that.
game. Don't come
Don't
over
play.
here and play
Don't
that game.
listen.
You
What
Davis
talking
is
to
It
wrong
is.
somebody?
with
It
Briscoe
You
is.
being
talking to
majority white
somebody
tea?
raised
It's a
from day
small
one
city.
in Connecticut,
It's
my
a
guy.
city. It's not even a
We
town.
played
It's a city.
Bristol Eastern, bro. The majority of that team was white tea.
Oh
We
my
played
god.
Bristol Central. The majority of that team was white
So
tea.
you played Hernandez?
I did not play Hernandez. He was much younger than me.
How old are you?
I'm 52.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So he is
How old are you?
42.
Okay, so if I was to give you the name of the town and high school I went to, you would know you would know what the fuck I'm talking about, and you know I know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna reveal it for you. Windsor, Connecticut. Are you familiar
Oh
with?
Lord.
Yeah,
Winter.
okay, there you go. So I know, and I
Hang down
started that.
Springfield. You always hang
We
down
started
Springfield.
that.
That's all that is.
We
That's all
started
that
that
means.
dynasty. I'm the one who
No.
started that dynasty.
No.
93.
Cochran did.
We're not gonna
Cochran
play that
did.
game. So I know what
Cochran
I'm
did.
talking about.
Bloomfield.
So
Bloomfield
we
did.
we crushed Bloomfield.
Bloomfield.
We crushed
Bloomfield.
Bloomfield. We crushed them. Weaver,
You
we
ain't beat
crushed them.
Bloom. Not in Copper Day.
Any team you name, we crushed them when I
Oh
was there.
man.
Crushed them. Undefeated
Yeah.
in Connecticut.
Yeah, you
Homie.
guys were in the Big L.
So
You guys were in the
we're
Big
not
L.
gonna play that.
Listen,
You
I
too
played
young to
I
know.
played for
You was
Cleveland.
a baby, bro, when I was playing. You was a baby when we was putting it down. So
I
let's
got
not play
you.
games.
I respect it. And you were the guys
Yeah.
that I was watching because my
Ken
cousin was
Smith, the
on, so
whole
it did fit
nine.
that.
You know I come from a line, bro. And I started that line. That's a fact. I was part of
Listen,
the team who started the
dynasty.
line.
Dynasty.
We gonna land this.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
we
we're
gonna.
Listen,
still
they ain't catch
dynastying
those
right
W's though.
now.
They ain't
And
catch
we're
those
still
W's like that no more.
dynastying right now.
They ain't
So
catching
again,
W's
if
anymore
you
like
want to
that,
talk
man.
about Connecticut, we can have that conversation, bro, because I could tell you about
I'm
Connecticut.
gonna have to add you because we're gonna have to go
My
live.
chat is getting bored. My chat
Go
is getting
crazy.
bored. My chat is getting bored.
I'm sorry. All right, so ask me some more questions, please.
Okay, what do you think the white community issue is with Black Americans? What did Black Americans do to the white community?
Absolutely nothing. I don't see that figure of life in where I live. I just don't fucking honestly see it. Next question, please.
You don't see it in you don't see it in the world. You don't see it in your community.
I don't see it in my community because I don't pay attention to fuck boys like that. Again, I'm a blue person.
So you like okay? Well, hold on. I don't have no more questions. Wait a minute, Joseph.
Don't see it in my
Gotta get
community
to
because
the new
I don't
question.
pay attention to
Mike Redding.
what the heck?
You can drop me. I gotta get ready. I'm gonna be listening in though.
All right, 1K. Thanks for your
All
support.
right.
Peace,
All
sis.
right.
All
Good
right, we
talking to you.
got. Hold on. We got Breeze. Hi, Breeze. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, sister?
I'm fine. What's your ethnicity?
I'm Chata.
You shout. Oh, okay.
Be Choctaw.
Shout out to that. You want to ask Black Americans a question?
No, I just wanted I was in the comments and I just wanted to jump in when my man was saying that, talking about Africa. Now, if you can, I put this screen, this a picture on my profile. It's a 1500s map, Mooster's map, the famous guy from Germany. This is his map.
Yeah.
If you look up in the top towards the left, you'll see that's Africa. In 1500s, Africa was a little small country called Tunisia today.
Okay.
This is a real map. Now, Africa was a little bitty country up there. I was just trying to explain that to the brother, we ain't all Africans, so I don't like when people say that.
Well, I never said you got.
Africa was originally a small country in which we call Tunisia today. Later, like the sister said, they call the entire continent Africa, but it was a little small country what we call Tunisia today. And if you look up the etymology of Africa, it means a fear or cave dweller. So no, we're not Africans.
I got what you're saying, but I never said that. I did say that Africa.
You said that don't we all come
what
from
I
Africa or something to that extent?
as far as what I knew Africa to be when I was raised to grow up in what I learned about history, told me that Africa wasn't like Africa, but it was nations, it was tribes, there was no solid shit. You either got along or you didn't get along. It was rivals, and rivals still go to this day.
Well, just to make it clear though, bro. Back in those times, man, Africa was just a little small country, man. And after the word came from derived from cave dweller. That's what African meant. Now I'm gonna drop this. I just wanted to share that information.
All right, thank you. Okay, so